welcome to Submerged Life, and I'm so glad that you hit play on this video because I want to share something with you. I want to share about the Toy Box Toy Drive right here that I'm doing this year with Submerged Life, and I'm so excited to do this again. I started this one back in 2 years ago, but we originally started back in 2014, where I teamed up with a buddy by the name of John Colzer, and we had a group of friends. We're like, hey, let's just do some sort of a donation drive and give it to a nonprofit. So we did that. Shortly after that, we started up our group called YoPro 559, and every single year that became our staple event, where we would have a wrapping party and people would bring gifts and would wrap them and then we'd donate them. But of course, as you know, COVID hit, so we weren't doing very many events. Actually, we stopped altogether for a little while, but I started this podcast called Submerged Life, and I'm like, well, I gotta be an example. If I'm gonna challenge people to submerge into life, I better do it. So I restarted the toy drive, and this time inside stores. I had a bunch of friends that own businesses, so I asked them, will you have a box? And I had such a great response, and in that year, we collected over 300 toys, and that was just 2 years ago. And so I did it again last year, and I'm doing it again this year. And so over the years, since 2014, we've collected over 1,400 toys to give to families in need across the Central Valley. Now, you're probably wondering, well, where are they going? How are they being distributed? And I have an answer for you. I'm working with Martin Park, and we're doing a family toy store where we are handpicking families, parents to be specific, to come over, pick out toys for their kids, and then we're going to have wrapping stations so that they can wrap them. And if they need help, I'm going to be there. I'm going to help wrap them. I don't advise that because I'm not very good, but I'll be there to help. But we want these toys and these presents to come from them, to come from the parents. And then I'm also teaming up with Curbside Detail. Last year, we surprised families by pulling up to their home, opening up the trunk, and letting the kids pick out a toy. And what was so great is that we had so many toys, I was able to tell these kids to pick out another toy, and sometimes to pick out a third. And so we're going to do it again, and we're going to do it on Christmas Eve. So I couldn't think of a better day to do it on, to surprise these families. And who knows, maybe Santa's going to show up. But we already have some families picked out, and I can't wait to surprise them. So we need your help. We need you to go to one of the drop-off locations, donate some toys. If you want me to go go shopping for you, I have no problem doing that. Hello. I have no problem buying more toys. I just did a run the other day, and I'm gonna do another run in a couple of days. So Venmo me, Supertone37. I'm so happy to do it. No problem whatsoever. So yeah, I'm excited that you are considering and partnering with us, and I'm thankful for all of the businesses. And I know that we're never going to know the whole impact, but let me just tell you one story. There was a few years ago, there was a child that had cancer, and he was fighting cancer, a young child. And so we were able to surprise that mom and give her some toys so that she can give to her boy, because obviously we couldn't go into the hospital. But yeah, that was a moment to remember. Personally, I had a friend who was going through some stuff, and I called him up, and I'm like, hey man, I know you're going through stuff. Do you need some toys for your kids? You want to give him some toys? And he's like, yeah, I didn't know how I was going to do it this year. And so I was able to give him a bunch of toys so that he can give them to his kids. And I'm like, dude, and tell them that they're from you. Like, don't tell them like somebody gave them to you. Like, no, these are from you. And I love putting that power back into the people and lifting them up in their time of need in that way. I'm hoping you're going to find a drop-off box. God bless you. And I'm so excited, and I can't wait to keep doing this every single year. So go Submerge Life.